Y empezamos un momento. Ahora sí, ya empezamos. Me deja ver si funciona bien el Ace Combat. Muy bien, gente, ahora sí. Ya terminé con todo esto. Cámaras. Chucha, siempre las cámaras primero dañándose. A ver, un ratito. Hasta ahora sí. Ok, un rato. Ya. Listo. Listo, ya está. Ahora sí, estáis combat, chicos, estáis en nuestra sección. Y también vamos a probar este joint de Soul, porque yo quiero pasarme la mitad de la historia. Yo sé que está más cortito que Mobius, man, estoy volviendo el Combat 4. Mentira, no se puede speedrunner el Combat 4 hasta después de las misiones siguientes. Ahora sí. Nueva partida. Bien difícil.
Okay. let's begin the briefing. Operator Eugene Solano, I'll be keeping you up to date. We've got news that an invading LASAT squadron has just taken off from the Puna Plains, en route for an attack on our position, Aubrey Base. From their perspective, this attack is the final nail in our collective coffin. After all, this is the only base that hasn't fallen under their control. I guess we can consider ourselves lucky. It looks like the enemy has gotten a little overconfident and sent only a small attack force. Griffith Squadron, prepare for launch immediately. Fly around the mountains and avoid enemy radar. Oh, I forgot. The enemy squadron consists mainly of bombers supported by several fighters. Please protect this base and destroy the enemy bombers. If everything goes well, we should be able to get the upper hand on the enemy in this area. All right, please prepare for launch. Let's pay back the LASAT forces with at least one defeat. One final thing. During combat, my codename will be Crux. I will keep you up to date on the battle situation, so please pay attention to your radio.
Después, si tenemos tiempo posible, después pasamos un poquito quiero hacer informe. Como siempre, el clásico F4E. Gracias, Mobius One, por la puta madre. Emboscar en el cielo. Destruir todos los bombarderos enemigos.
Maintain your present course. Do you see the enemy formation on your radar? Read you loud and clear. We're coming up on the enemy from behind, just like we planned.
Ah, espérate. Estoy utilizando con...
You can let the escorts go. Just make sure you take
Es que de verdad esto es un poco difícil.
out all bombers.
We'll show them what we got. After all, we're wheeling pilots. Isn't that right, Captain?
Excuse me, Griffith 2. Please use code names during the mission. Understood. Hey, this new guy does everything by the book. Don't you think, Griffith 1? What? Hold on a second. The city's being bombed. Unbelievable. There are no military facilities in that city. What are you doing? You shouldn't be wasting ordnance. Relax. We're just going to bomb some base in the sticks, right? There'll be more than enough ordnance left to finish the job. The enemy! They've snuck up from behind! What? Where the hell did they come from? Target hit. One bomber down.
Vamos adentro. Opciones. Pantalla. Listo. Ahora.
Start down. What the hell is our escort?
Aguanta, pues, Perdón por la edición.
mission
no
was
aguanta ni mierda.
a success. The destruction of the enemy bombers will help keep an enemy invasion of Aubrey Base at bay. However, we also suffered serious losses. There's no way anyone could ever call this mission a success. I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything to save them. So that's the super weapon Laysap used to take over all of Aurelia in only 10 days. Who could have imagined that they possessed such destructive power?
Ah, pobrecito. Entonces va con 25%. La siguiente. Aún no voy a guardar. Me falta nomás quiero, como les digo, probar porque estoy haciendo esto.
Let this be a symbol of the fury borne by our countrymen towards Aurelia.
Such was the impassioned speech of Laysath's commander Diego Gaspar Navarro, as images of the Aurelian squadron's destruction over Cape Aubrey played in the background. A day later, his gravelly voice continued to echo through my hungover brain. October. 1 year after the cessation of the Democratic Republic of Laysath's civil war. After the Civil War, Laysath began to set their sights on their peaceful neighbor, the Federal Republic of Aurelia, claiming retribution for years of exploitation. The invasion suddenly began. With the ever-present threat of the cloaked airborne fortress, Gleipnir, looming overhead, there was little time to react to the few concerns raised about the validity of the war. Such was the speed at which all of Aurelia fell under Laysath's control. Well, not everything has fallen into their hands, but it's only a matter of time. Looking out over the capital, Gaius Tower is both home to Laysath's Central Command and the very symbol of its power. It was originally intended to be a symbol of Aurelia's peace. How ironic. As I looked up at the sun traveling the same old path across the sky, the rays burned my tired eyes. Damn it. Just wish I could finish covering this completely one-sided war and head back home. I'll never get used to being in the southern hemisphere with its backwards seasons.
Muy bien, ahora el informe.
The Gleipnir was last confirmed heading southeast across the Puna Plains. However, we lost all trace of it shortly after. Unfortunately, Aurelia's information network can provide no further details at this time. We'll just have to take what we can get. The airborne fortress Gleipnir nearly wiped out our entire attack force. Even with you, sir, our remaining aerial attack strength is severely limited. We no longer have the necessary manpower or supplies to pursue Gleipnir. In addition, there are reports of enemy forces gathering at Port Patterson. If we don't move soon, it will only be a matter of time before they attack from behind. Given the situation, we are left with only one plan of attack. On the Puna Plains lying between Aubrey Base and Port Patterson, Laysath forces have hastily constructed a resupply base to house the large quantity of supplies needed to support their troops. Attack Puna Base. Destroy all parked bombers and base facilities. Take away the enemy's ability to fight. If you succeed, we'll gain an important foothold for an attack on Port Patterson. And what's more, we'll gain the supplies we need to win this fight. Unless we succeed in taking this base, that's it for our supplies. Please don't fail, sir.
Muy bien, lo que nos queda. No voy a comprar munición especial porque creo que siento que esto va a ser un poco XD, así que lo que nos queda es lo que nos queda. ¡Y puta!
try to intercept them. Squadron of enemy fighters. What? Didn't our last attack finish off all remaining Aurelian air power? Look for yourself. None of our guys have a Southern Cross. Chris Warren bagged another one! Alright, I dodged it! Alright, Chris Warren!
Necesito modificar los controles de ataque. Esto ya parece
We have an emergency. Come in. This is Port Patterson Command. What's the situation, Tuna Base? We're taking enemy fire. Request reinforcements immediately. Request reinforcements immediately. It'll take some time. We need time to launch. Hold on until reinforcements arrive. Hurry up. If they don't get here soon, there'll be nothing left of this base but a pile of rubble. Another fire. We've been hit here too. Target hit.
quien haya puesto esta herramienta a la F-16 merece un ascenso en el trabajo de... Esta bomba no llega ni para nada. Sí, como dije antes, esta móvil para que...
Retreat! Abandon the facility! Retreat! That's all I'm target! There's nothing more we can do here. Escape! Escape? There aren't any viable planes left! So you'd better start running! Enemy aircraft destroyed!
Hijo, puedes venir acá. ¿Qué más esto?
Help me! He's right behind me!
Las casas, por favor. Hijo, ya quiero terminar esta misión tranquilamente. Pasamos por el juego. Siempre primero.
Alright, I dodged it!
Controles. Quiero ver si configuración de controles. Normal, novato, esquema del control. Con razón. Tengo que acostumbrarme con estos controles de la PlayStation de la era nueva. No, que no se puede cambiar de... No. Tengo que comprarme con estos controles de la
soldiers are abandoning the base. The mission was a success.
Lo bueno es que por lo menos puedo jugar con esto.
Retreating LASAF forces have abandoned Puna base. The base, including all provisions stored there, now belong to us. Now we'll be able to provide backup support for our troops.
Claro.
The battle to retake Port Patterson is about to begin. Our scattered forces have come together for this battle. They're few in number, but we've managed to assemble a small ground force. However, the LASAF fleet continues to gather in Port Patterson, and the presence of the Transportation Corps has also been confirmed. Having lost Puna base, it appears LASAF now intends to shuttle in troops and supplies overseas. If any more ships dock at Port Patterson, enemy strength will become more than our ground troops can handle. In order to prevent this, we need you to launch a preliminary strike on Port Patterson. Destroy all enemy supply vessels, landing ships, and freighters. In particular, try to keep as many enemy landing ships from entering the port as possible. Battle supplies must not reach the enemy. The number of enemy landing ships inside the port will be displayed on the MPG in the upper right-hand corner of your HUD. If the MPG reaches the max level, our forces will no longer be able to retake Port Patterson. This time, a substantial enemy counterattack is to be expected. It seems the loss of Puna base has put them on guard. Please be careful.
Con la habitación del puerto aparte. Un ratito. Quiero averiguar si tengo algo para comprar. Armas especiales, por favor. Serán hijos de su puta madre, malditos con caca de mierda. Que sea la última vez, Skies of Deception, que me decepcionan con esto. Que merece el cabrón, bueno, también buen juego, pero también... Recordad que me he probado esto después de tantos tiempos. Me faltó el cerebro, así que, para nada. Muy bien.
Griffith 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
Ya, Guinea, un ratito, que esto ya me pasa listo.
Griffith 1, altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck.
Ya, preludio, 12 de la tarde. Evita que la flotilla enemiga. Vale, vamos.
Crux to Griffith 1. Check your MPG on the right side of the HUD. The MPG will display the number of landing ships from the port. Please pay careful attention to the MPG during this mission. So, you're Griffith 1, huh? I'm Major Bertman, Ground Force Commander. There are landing ships within the enemy. We'll lose the battle if a battalion is allowed to make it ashore. Do not allow more than 3 landing ships to enter the port. We'll be risking our necks out here with you. Let's take back Port Patterson. Huh? Wait, I got something on radar. Put the city on high alert. I don't want to see so much as a kitten out on those streets. Just race to that precious race.
hijos de...
Clock to Griffith 1 will display the number of landing ships from the port. Please pay careful attention.
Voy a cambiar otra la configuración porque de verdad esto me está hartando, de verdad es tan porquería. A ver. Ahora sí, a ver, vamos a ver si esto vale la pena. Si no, ya el carajo con esto. Ya, a ver.
So, you're Griffith 1, huh? I'm Major Berkman, Ground Force Commander.
Aunque puedo hacer una cosa adicional también. Dime un segundo. Dime un segundo. Como dice un dicho, del paso al maestro, a ver. Controles. Listo. Ya está. Al fin. Ya tengo todo el Ace Combat listo para luchar ahora sí. Jódanse. Al fin. Pero esto solo es para Ace Combat. A ver. Estoy jugando. Ya. Al fin. Ahora sí. Esta es la verdadera experiencia.
Allow more than 3 landing ships to enter the port. We will be risking our necks out here with you. Let's take back toward Patterson. Huh? Wait, I got something on radar. Put the city on high alert. I don't want to see so much as a kitten out on those streets. Just make sure that bridge is raised. Enemy ship destroyed. EA guns destroyed. Good kill. All right, quick, run! Enemy ship destroyed. that.
Bien, solo un F4 nos ha sobrevivido. Faltan los siguientes.
We've succeeded in destroying the enemy fleet gathered in Port Patterson. Our ground troops scored a major victory by using the chaos caused by our attack to storm in and secure the port. We freed Port Patterson from the hands of the enemy. It's still kind of hard to believe.
Ahora sí. Ready? Ya está. Y en la última cinemática nomás.
The emblem of the Southern Cross. It was on that very day that the aircraft bearing the mark of the Southern Hemisphere brought about the defeat of Laysath forces. But the story barely made the news, and the army showed no apparent reaction. Almost nightly, Laysath's commanding officer, Diego Gaspar Navarro, plays host to grand banquets within Gaius Tower. This evening, he is once again proudly trumpeting the glory of his airborne fortress. I've heard the speech so many times, it feels like I wrote it. Which, in a way, is a good thing, because it lets me concentrate on enjoying the food instead. As I gazed out the window at the night sky, I felt as if even the phases of the moon were somehow at odds with those of the Northern Hemisphere. The words of a fellow reporter, who fancied himself a connoisseur of fine wine, really got me thinking about the price of the glass of wine in my hand. One glass of it is roughly equivalent to several years of a Laysathian citizen's salary. Haven't the long years of civil war left Laysath an impoverished and war-torn nation? Whatever the case, much is unclear about the flow of money in Laysath. Ever since I arrived here, I've only covered stories the military had approved. However, this particular mystery just might be worth investigating on my own. The idea was nothing more than the product of an idle mind. At least at the time.
Okay, let's get started with a report of the situation. I think our best option under the circumstances would be to head towards Santa Elva. Santa Elva is a strategic location that we have to pass through to get to the capital, Griswold. However, there are several other strategic points on the way to Santa Elva. Which points you choose and in what order you do so is up to you. It looks like your decisions will affect the course of this battle. I know it's an immense responsibility, but there's no one else to count on. We're relying on you to get us through this. It appears that the enemy's Miller unit is gathering at Kings Hill. It looks like they're trying to take back Port Patterson. I wonder what they're up to. Next, we have reports that the Allied Davis unit is cut off at Stand Canyon. Gleipnir took off from Puna Base and is currently standing by at Terminus Island. With the long strike range of the Gleipnir, there's not much our forces can do. It appears that the enemy is moving towards Stand Canyon to eliminate our remaining forces. We'll need those remaining forces in our attack on Santa Elva, so I think we should probably send help. If left alone, they'll be helpless against the aerial fortress. Just like what happened to us at Cape Aubrey. Also, Santa Elva is a key location for the enemy, and I think they'll concentrate their forces there. We'll have major problems if they send in their aerial fortress. I'll give you more details once you decide on a route. Please tell me which route you plan to take.
Ahorita no tengo planes para continuar. Esto va a ser próximamente solo en cines. Ahora vamos a ver juegos. Bien. Cargar. Vamos ahora por Ace Combat Joint Assault. Pero antes, tengo que hacer una configuración especial porque hay un tema con las cinemáticas. A ver. Y a ver, tengo que buscar una cosa de la... A ver, y a ver, creo que es esto. Por defecto, a ver, un momento arriba. Idioma sistema. Un momento, hay un error que está causando que... Un momento, estoy viendo emulación. Ya. Creo que es esto, a ver. No, ignorar malos accesos a memoria. Memoria rápida inestable, a ver. A ver, ¿cómo era esta cosa? A ver, primero un ratito. A ver, ya, a ver, esto debería funcionar, a ver. ¿Juegos? Ya, a ver, vamos a ver cómo sale. A ver, quiero ver primero para comprobar primero una cinemática, a ver si sale bien la cosa. A ver. Dice, este juego utiliza la emoción de autoguardar. Traigas el esto y nos llega. Exacto, nos llega el pincho, ya sé cómo funciona esto. Blanco, Aces Games, Project y Aces. A ver, quiero ver que esto funcione ahora sí. Si no, ya esto está cagado, de verdad, la configuración que hice. La historia, cualquiera que no sea. Supongo que es ficción, pero bueno, a veces la ficción supera la realidad, ya que algunas veces puede pasar. Otra vez esto, a ver. Esto parece como mi propia escritura. Enrique. Micael Arena, Grammy Hartley, Será Anderson. Kyoka Kazama. Parece Nagasei. Parece una rubia de los 50. Por esta vez nomás. Ya está. Controles. Porque si la cosa está mal, muy bien, tipo normal, cabeceo, balas, ingreso. Experto, gracias. Al menos, puta madre, este es... A ver. A ver, estoy pensándolo bien. Marcar objetivo, mensaje, cuñado de lista. Ah, puedo personalizar, gracias. Ajusta ya. Bueno, claro, putas. ¿Por qué no me dijeron esto antes? Ya, esto no va... no, objetivo ya. ¿Por qué no me dijeron esto antes? Ya. A ver, esto va a ser select. Esto todo. Confirmar ajustes.
Listen up, Martinez Security M42 Squadron. This is your company leader, Frederick Burford. Here's your briefing for the upcoming mission. It's a joint military show with the 7th Fleet and SDF in the Pacific near the Midway Islands. Martinez Security has been given special permission to take part in this military exhibition. This is almost unheard of for a private military company, which speaks well of our reputation. But I don't intend on being satisfied with just that. Show them exactly how good we are. We also have a new pilot joining the M42, call sign Antares. They say he's a great pilot with military background. I hope we can put his skills to good use. That's all. Prepare to deploy.
Muy bien, este es lo que quedamos.
Antares Squadron, launch. Call sign Antares, do you copy? This is Burford of AWACS Canopus. This will be the first time we'll be working with you, so I'm eager to see what you've got.
Hey there, Antares. Michael Arena here. I'm going to be your operator. We're military, but we're PMC. Let's do away with the formalities and just kick some ass. To start things off, let's have you challenge 5 UAVs. With your skill, this will be a piece of cake.
Hey,
Captain Slimoni, sir.
mission briefs are supposed to be brief. How much hand-holding do we need to do?
Easy there, Roger 1.
Enough talk. Let's go.
Let's start with the basics. Lock onto a bandit and destroy it with a missile. Now fire a missile.
Bandit down.
On to the next.
They want to ease off the throttle.
More bandits approaching.
Get the bandit in firing range. Lock on and fire a missile.
UAV destroyed. You're doing good. On to the next.
Yo, Antares, nice flying there. I'm Daniel Aruma of the Rigel Squadron. Pleased to meet you.
Ha! Of course the opera's good.
off on Taurus. Hey now, Toya. No need to get into space.
Lieutenant Kiryakov, this is a mission like any other.
Understood.
Has entered combat zone, but it's currently outside of radar detection. Switch radar to combat airspace. Target has excellent mobility. Standard missiles won't work for this one. Switch weapons and use QAAMs to chase the bandit down.
What are you waiting for? Attack!
Serious weapons switch. All targets down.
Impressive, Antares. Next, we're scheduled for a joint training session with the 7th Fleet and Self-Defense Forces.
Burper, to the east.
Huh? What's that?
No response on ISS. Bogies incoming, possibly hostile.
To all airborne M42 units, we've got company. Unidentified armed forces have entered our airspace. Their main force is heading west, but a number of them are engaging our allies here. We've ID'd these bogies as bandits. 7th Fleet has asked us to eliminate them. Shoot down all unknown aircraft.
Hey, pussy, don't slow us down now. Let's go.
All units, free to engage. Shoot down all unknown aircraft. All Allied units, do not let those bandits escape. Where did the main hostile go?
Bandit is down. Enemy reinforcements approaching. No enemies in sight.
All bandits down. Good work. The 7th Fleet and Self-Defense Forces have not taken substantial damage either. And Terrace, you did good out there. We're grateful to have you on our team. But just where did those bandits come from?
Colonel, incoming transmission.
What? We just received word from the 7th Fleet. The bandits are heading towards Japan. They're planning on hitting Tokyo. We need to rendezvous with the 7th Fleet and help defend the capital.
Ah, sí, cinemática hay un ratito, no cosas. Vamos a ver.
Things took a nasty turn for your first mission, but you handled yourself well. Both Rigel and Antares Squadron, good work. However, hostiles are headed for Tokyo. We can't rest on our laurels here. We need to stop them from reaching their destination.
Y sí, sigue volviendo pasando esto.
This is an emergency sortie. I'll keep the briefing short. The unknown armed force is already in Tokyo airspace. SDF have engaged them, but the situation looks bad. We are to participate in the defense of Tokyo under the command of the 7th Fleet. You might find the next piece of intel a little hard to believe. Hostiles have deployed a large aircraft with heavy firepower. It's the sole reason for the SDF's troubles. We must fly north from Tokyo Bay and draw the main force away from the city. Watch out for bandits. Rigel Squadron, Antares Squadron, be alert out there. That is all. Now get going.
comenzamos con...
Antera Squadron, launch.
Refueling complete. Off you go.
The enemy's already above Tokyo. All units, confirm targets and fire at will.
Uy, ese sí es bueno.
We are live at the scene. I repeat, this is live from the scene. Tokyo is under attack by unknown military forces. Officials have declared a state of emergency. Self-defense forces have been deployed. What is that? Tokyo is under attack.
Rigel Squadron, Antera Squadron, do you have visual? Hostiles have some sort of airborne base, one of considerable size.
Their main cannon appears to require a substantial amount of energy to fire. The rear heat vent is vulnerable while it recharges. That's our chance to strike. The MPG at the top right of your HUD displays the time before the main cannon's next attack. Disable their cannon before the gauge hits 0.
Listen up, we need to stop that thing from firing again. I don't care what it takes.
Hostile destroyed.
Something like
River Bridge has been sealed off. Where are the reinforcements? We need them now. Show them the power of the spirit. Ready the main cannon.
Hostile damage to heat vent confirmed. EMR readings are decreasing.
The heat vent has been hit. We can't fire the main cannon. How bad is the damage? The main cannon control system is still operational. Commence recharge. Hurry the main cannon. Sending system has been hit.
Hostile EMR readings have dropped. Good work, Ontario.
Hurry preparations to fire. Don't let enemy fighters get close. Indian fighters from the 7th Fleet have been deployed to engage the enormous threat overhead. Enemy recharge the Valor. Hurry! Error within the main control system. The Valor is now completely offline. We can't let these PMC fools stop us.
Also, main cannon has been disabled. We've succeeded in preventing a second attack. Main Awesome has left in airspace.
Excellent flying, Rigel Squadron, Antera Squadron. Alright, it's time to clean up the remaining bandits in Tokyo.
secure.
Adiós.
Airborne enemy base is retreating.
Viene, creo que se esto nada más.
They're retreating! We did it! We won!
Rigel Squadron, Antares Squadron, good work.
Tokyo Harbor took a major hit, but we eliminated enemy aircraft and drove away their main force. You did well, regardless of the tough situation. My thanks, Rigel Squadron, Antares Squadron. However, the large aircraft seems to carry stealth capabilities. We lost visual off the Izu Islands. We don't know what they want, but there is every possibility that they will attack Tokyo again. Both squadrons are to remain on standby at Condition Yellow.
The areas of Shinagawa, Oikito, and Odaiba have taken the most damage. Though damage estimates are unknown, it will take a while before the port facilities will be functional again. And in a message sent to numerous media outlets, a terrorist organization calling themselves the Valahia are claiming responsibility for the attack on Tokyo.
That's correct. The Valahia are thought to be comprised of extremists from former Eastern European nations and headed by a man known as Nicolae Dumitrescu. However, the scope of the attacks suggests they receive additional financial resources from elsewhere.
Here's an update. We've just received intel that the Armed Force Valahia is beginning another attack on Tokyo. At the request of the 7th Fleet, Martinez Security is to join with the SDF in the defense of Japan. Tokyo is currently under attack from the north and south. We will join the SDF operation in the south to hold off the Valahia forces. We must fight an air battle over Niijima Island and halt hostile ground forces at the Boso Peninsula. This is going to be a difficult operation. Be ready for it. The Valahia are attacking Tokyo again, approaching from both the north and south. We will engage in the south, in the Niijima area of the Izu Islands, fighting alongside the SDF. Regardless of our own efforts, we will be overwhelmed by sheer numbers without the SDF forces. The state of the SDF troops will be sent to your MPG. Pay attention to it at all times and keep them safe. We have to stop the Valahia from invading Tokyo. Go get them!
Buen avión, pero necesito de todas formas Pero tengo que ver.
Antera Squadron, launch.
De acuerdo. Rojo y negro.
Self-Defense Force, can you hear me? This is Burford from the M42 Squadron of Martinez Security.
This is Clover 1, Major Suzuki of the Central Air Defense Force. Our squad has engaged the hostiles. We'd appreciate your help.
Rifle Squadron, Antera Squadron, you all heard the man. When you reach the combat zone, you are to immediately engage hostiles and provide backup.
First the 7th Fleet, and now the Self-Defense Force? Looks like everyone needs our help now.
They don't need our help. We just don't get counted in their casualty reports.
ASTF damage reports will be displayed on your MPG. Do not let that gauge fall to 0.
Enemy down! Yes, we can't compare to a PMC with a roster of veterans. Armament 2 is running low on ammo. Facing the SDF and a PMC. Stay focused. Stay focused. I'm done for! Okay, men, don't rely on our PMC backup. We need to prove we can defend our country by ourselves. Incoming missile!
We still have some work to do together.
New bandits approaching. More enemy reinforcements.
Hostile reinforcements closing in from the south. Engage them with everything we got.
Armament 2 is out of ammo.
been eliminated. Excellent work.
Allow me to offer my gratitude as well. To all pilots from Martinez, we are most grateful for your support.
Lo digo porque si me estoy a punto de caerme toda la mierda posible. Ya, última.
We've succeeded in eliminating enemy forces from the Niijima territory. But hostiles have made it through from the Boso region and several northern routes. Tokyo's going to be a battlefield again. We need to keep casualties to a minimum. Head for Tokyo immediately. Scramble, men! The Valahi have invaded Tokyo airspace again. They've also unveiled a new beast of an aircraft, which is a huge threat to Tokyo and the SDF. You will each be sent coded intel on this weapon. Take it out and halt enemy progress. Rigel Squadron, Antara Squadron, head out immediately.
¿Cómo nos sale?
Antara Squadron, launch.
Defensa capital.
The hostiles have already reached Tokyo. The SDF are offering resistance, but they're losing ground. Rigel and Antara Squadrons, hurry!
Deployment completed at National Stadium in Jingu. Shinjuku 1, prepare for hostile contact. This is Odaiba, ready to engage hostiles. We have a clear visual on target.
You think we can get the SDF to back off? They're stealing my kills.
This is Canopus of Martinez. Affirmative. We have visual. Looks like it's different from what we faced before. Be careful.
Hostile reinforcements believed to be PMC. That's the PMC squadron. Now in drift. None can stand against the Malaria. Bring the full force of the Orkoi against them.
Another flying monster. You gotta be kidding me. You think you can
Yeah, my kind of crazy.
I'm going to enjoy this.
watch for enemies defending the target.
One to finish you off.
You got it.
Engine system all green. Wipe out any units prior to attack on Tokyo. Now destroy. All AA guns have been destroyed. Deploy the next wave. Very impressive. You have certainly got my attention. You must be the leader of the squadron. Shoot down my little. I see. You are cautious too. I am Dimitrescu of the Valakia.
Tech, what's going on here? How did he splice into our encrypted line?
My organization requires pilots with skills like yours.
And hunting in the middle of battle.
I can promise a better wage. How about chasing your legion? Fire at will. Deploying anti-aircraft.
Enemy defenders eliminated.
Good. Now focus your attack on the large enemy aircraft.
Bandit acquired.
What the hell?
You want to get hit by that thing?
Jeez, you gotta be kidding me!
Target has incredible aerial capabilities. Avoid direct contact with it at all costs.
Damage to aircraft! Hostile destroyed!
The only thing I value is money, earned in exchange for enemy lives. Give us money and, more importantly, the taste of battle. Men, you with me on this?
Yeah, sounds like a fun gig.
Exactly what I'm looking for. Same here.
Righteous Squadron, what is going on?
I believe we have ourselves a deal. Fly to the south. I will contact you again, and I look forward to meeting you in person.
Slimani, Rigel Squadron, what the hell are you doing? Return to base now! Slimani, damn it! Antares, I'll have HQ deal with the Rigel Squadron. Just focus on the combat at hand.
Target has changed course, heading toward Tokyo Bay.
Great. Continue pursuit and drive them out over the sea. Don't let them get away again. There are 2 outputs on the back end of the target's main wings. Destroy them.
Armament 2 is running right now. We can't put up fire. Hostile destroyed. The end of our going. Deploy anti-air missile. Shoot those missiles down. Out of ammo.
Antares, incoming missile.
¿Qué misiles? Solo chúpame la pinga.
Confirmed. Target destroyed. Great flying, Antares.
Ah, bueno, valió la pena esta cosa.
The enemy weapon was shot down, preventing any further damage to the Tokyo area. My apologies for what happened with Rigel Squadron. As their commander, I have no one to blame but myself. In light of this attack, the international community is calling for worldwide anti-Valahia measures. I'm sure they'll call on us, but after what happened here, I'm not sure how we'll be received. We have to restore our good name. I'm counting on you.
Gracias. Bueno, ya. No voy a tocar, ya no voy a tocar más un ratito. Es hora de guardar ahora sí. Quiero cambiar a otro jueguito para... A ver, uno que me valga la pena. A ver, juegos... Cargar, a ver... Ah, mi Burnout Legends. Mi preciosidad de la juventud que vi de pequeño. Burnout Legends. Esta es una combinación entre Burnout 2. Pero... se ven todos. Vamos a bajar la música porque luego me va a... No es que sea mierda la música es genial, pero no quiero escuchar que el sonido tiene que estar tu barra de impulso en vista enemigos. Los Tecno añaden segmentos. Gracias. Ya, hijo, por favor, puede venir acá y... La primera puerta. Tengo burlado, no puedo comunicarme esto hasta que se me acabe la barra y ahí estoy tomando mis trenes. Hasta la próxima. Hasta la próxima, pues, señores. Se despide Mike con el coche más oscuro y racista de la historia y les deseo unas buenas noches. Gracias. Takedown psicológico. Persecución, ok. Ah, coche de policía. Oh, esto sí va a ser divertido. Golpea el objetivo para hacerle daño técnico para terminar la casa. Vale. Persecución explicada. Tengo que ir a... Corre ilegal ya. Esto es la policía de Los Ángeles, la policía de Estados Unidos, de México. Te dije que todo va correcto. Bajo arresto. 10-4, hemos deshacido de un viejo de mierda que se resistió al arresto, pero lo funamos. O sea, por arrestar a la base. Muy bien. Pura el volante. Mejor lo puedo hacer. Rey invernal, vuelta rojo. Muchos coleccionistas, a ver. Este vuelta rojo y ya la y ya. Compartir partida. Transmite prueba a un amigo. Carrera. Conchas. Tengo ya bien de oro. Tiene que ser con potencia posible porque... Pero lo que me jode es que poco, como no estoy en... Sí lo puedo hacer con teclado sin es que también mando un poquito la X, la A no me está funcionando casi bien, o sea, se me atasca ahí un poquito, no me está respondiendo el control. Esta sería por un choque. Está bien, le hiciste agarrarle el nitro nomás, pero... A ver. Ya, menos por lo que no tengo. Ese nitro ya... Cuando significa que hay nuevo. Uy, al volante. Espérame. Hasta la policía se une. Vamos esto ya. Carrera con policía, aquí vamos. Bien, gente, vamos con la policía. Voy al volante como siempre. La policía. Y ya. Ya, esto nomás, esta quizás sea la última carrera y ya, Oye, ¿es un piloto serio? Salió volando como con la próxima. Otro carro más, ahora los vientos. ¡40 puntos! ¿Cuántos más, chicos? ¿Cuántos? ¿Otro carro ilegal? Ah, a ver. Y tengo que limpiar y dejar todo esto yo. qué bien. Tendré que tener cuidado la próxima con este tipo de casos. Maldición, y esto me está dejando lo más tiempo posible. Ya, está bien. Se me está picando el ratón otra vez la nariz. Deme un momento. Estos carros de persecución son más peligrosos para sacarlos. ese carro de policía es mejor para mí. Una carrerita nada más acá y ya termino con todo. No quiero... Es con los 10 títulos que bate todas las marcas de vehículo con él. Continuaría, pero ya creo que es suficiente, ¿verdad? Lo último que quiero es terminar rápido. Bueno, por 46 estos. Y desbloquea más. Los muelles. Rojo. Me gustaría, pero... Me gustaría continuar, pero... suficiente ya. Y eso... tengo que desbloquear. Tengo que desbloquear más. La verdad casi lo tengo. Pero sí me he divertido. Ya hemos probado Combat Combat Sky Association, Combat Assault, va bien. Y hemos probado un juego más ahí. Veremos que puedo probar más para la PC de pero vamos a ver. Es una... Nos vemos, chicos, ¿sí? Ya.